Nothing. Sitting, waiting, wasting away. I wake up, I sleep. Nothing of a day. Colour is gone. I live life in grey. Time crawls by slowly. I've nothing to say. I've nowhere to go. I've nowhere to stay. I've hours and hours with no time to play. My possessions are nothing. My life's a cliche. I work at my job. I get nothing as pay. Laying, thinking, I dare not to pray, lest God decide, take his nothing away. There is no subtext. There is no subtext, less than a lover, yet more than a friend. I'd have held on tighter if I knew this was the end. Don't be so hard on yourself. Don't be so mean. Your nightmares won't end when you're living your dreams. Check in with your emotions. Don't have so much fear. If you think you are happy, it's downhill from here. These words hold no meaning. They tell no more truth. If they're going to mean something, it's all up to you. Where do you go? Where do you go when you stare off into the stars? Where do you go when your heart feels too heavy? God, you are so beautiful. You don't even realize how much the moon envies you. Where do you go when you sit there, silently in the darkness, lost in thought, like a daydream that happens at night? I wonder where you go when you look up at the stars. But first, coffee. The once proud man, alone with his thoughts, stirs cream into his coffee. Shadows shift, bracing themselves for the light of day. Regret and sadness lurk within the quiet of his empty home, and the weight of his decisions add bitterness to his already acerbic brew. In the stillness he sits, broken but not destroyed, for the dawn of a new day brings opportunity to start anew after his first cup is through. The return of an escape. Distant, silent, exhausted, hopeful, and afraid. I read these stories. What do those tales tell me? Something about the truth and another truth I truly fail to understand. I ask for your help, dear reader, to decipher these words, grandiose and vain, beautiful within themselves, complex in their own right. Is there so much pain behind them? Just as much pleasure and happiness? But what are they really, I wonder? Are they yours and mine alone? Are they free? Do they reveal themselves in reality or fiction? Someday I will understand. I will even comprehend their forms, their styles and mistakes, all that is possible in a mind like yours that can imagine even the impossible. And thus I lose you in just another story. I hope to find you again and embrace your ideas with warm admiration. Until then, you exist once more, and I grant you complete freedom. You exist for yourself. You owe me nothing. Now go and fill everyone's minds. Share your ideas. Unleash your imagination. And now that you know, I will pretend not to know you, so that when you return and reside in my mind, everything will be new once again. Lover's addiction. I've dealt addiction, but not one like this. It's embarrassing, really. The way I yearn for you, the way I shut my phone off when it's not your text, the way I plan my days around you, the way your residue lines my heart. You. And if you leave, I fear the withdrawal will kill me. Your breath fills me with such a rush. I need you, but if you stay, you'll keep me alive. My comfort will grow. I'll love you forever. New levels, new devils. If I could trade the devil my soul for anything, I would trade the devil for his soul. Love is a pair of woollen socks. Love is a pair of woollen socks, a warm biscuit in bed, a cup of green tea with cold water first, so as not to burn the tea leaves. Love is a tentative touch on a wobbly belly, pat of a finger, wiping tears, turning the electric blanket on high, a comfortable silence like in the womb. Love is an exasperated voice on the other end of a late night call. Headlights shining through the window as you stumble to the car. Love is a shared glance, a knowing smile, more said in the spaces between words, soft arms and melted kisses, drunk giggles under the Milky Way. Trapped. When my wife is at home with my little kids, when I go to Rome for my second job, or that's what I told her. Perhaps if I'm bolder, I could suffer the smouldering truth of her anger, sleeping in my car, flirting with our bartender. It renders me happy to pretend for a moment that I'm still a man with autonomy, in control of my life, what I spend, who I see, who I love, who I be, what I see. Eyes slipping down the crease of her cleavage, wishing and hoping, remembering dead the hair that still used to be grown on my head. The youth that I spent in marital dread, wishing and yearning for someone to love me and think of me fondly, while stroking me softly. Whispers of nothing that tell me she needs me and thinks only of me. To awaken part of me, some think have died. The years that I've lied have given me breath to escape from this death, relentless monotony. Mitochondrial botany. Fungal infection is eating my mind. I still hold her up while refusing to die. On this debt that I've built with my pie in the sky, my question remains, why do I try? "180 days. Last night I dreamt you came to me, took my hand, and with smiling eyes told me we would be together. I asked when, and you confidently replied, in 180 days. Too many days for my heart to wait for you. Too few days for my heart to forget you." Crave. What is it like to love and be loved, to be naked and exposed, to have wandering eyes now fixed on you, analyzing the way an astronomer would analyze stars? What is it like to be engulfed by the sea who is aided by the moon? To be so intertwined that one does not dare push while the other pulls. To be approximately 238,900 miles away and know that even distance can't shatter the juxtaposition. What is it like to be born from giants, to be cradled by the massiveness of the dark, to be a part of the defining and stabilization of worlds, to be able to point at the sky and know what stroke is yours? I need to know what it is like. Hopeful. Sitting in my dark bedroom alone, I'm looking at today's date, saved in my phone. We were looking forward to this night. It's here now, but you're nowhere in sight. I used to hear your car park into the driveway for every night until last May. Now, all I hear at nights are dogs barking and the neighbours next door arguing. I still have your favourite plushie sitting in the corner of my room and staring at me. Sometimes I swear I can see the thing shed a tear because the owner has abandoned her. Your socials say you were last seen a month ago, but I'm still hopeful. Perhaps tomorrow you'll be there at the door with a teary eye, wishing you never said to us goodbye. Who are you really? Wasn't long ago we were both too precious for talking about these things. Things like dignity under greasy table legs, cheap credenzas, damp roofing. After a while, these liminal spaces all blend, and I take you out, only looking back to imagine where the time was going, where it had been, then pulling the door shut. Regrets. I'll never forget the things I regret, the choices I've made, the games that I've played. Two tiny tots, a boy and a girl. One, the first try. Two, their whole world. Regret fills my broken heart with shame. I say, I had no control. I still played the game. The one where we all called him lame and difficult. My brother, my love. I said, it's all your fault. While father slowly rubbed my wounds with salt, egging me on, whispering you were wrong, the scapegoat we escaped on. Now that I'm grown, I'll never forget the things I regret, the days alone, heart an angry stone, no one to call home, sitting and waiting for someone to approach me, make it easy, maybe even coach me, the perfect best friend, someone who gets me. One day I found her, the next she left me. What if I was there to stop the truck from ramming her through? Told her to sit in the front that day or not take the highway too. What if it was me instead? I regret not dying. I waste away in my bed, not trying. I'll never forget the things I regret, the time that I spent sitting on the fence, not coming to their defense. Regrets are just fantasies we never let go, depictions of reality where we put on our best show, change the whole flow, do the impossible, know things we couldn't possibly know. I have to let it go. I offer you this poem. I offer you this poem since I have nothing more to give. Keep it in your pocket for when you are lost at sea. It will bring your ship back to me. When you are on a desert island and you have no fish to fish, this poem will be your food. Protect it from the wind with your hands like a fire. It will warm your spirit. Guard it like a door. Knock and I will let you in. I'll take off your shoes. I'll take off your coat like a bad dream. Sparrows, morning sparrows, spread your wings. I've had my look and listen. Why haven't you gone? How am I meant to go? You keep singing and lovely are your songs, but this is not how we should be.